Yes.
I don't hear any sound.
It's alright. Let's see here. No, it's not. I need to open my thingy.
Careful with that thingy. Don't get it close to me.
You'd like that
That's
too
not what
much.
you said
Anyways.
last week.
He was talking about something else last week. He wasn't talking about the thingy.
Alrighty. Alright, so to bring us up to speed, you guys left about 1:30 in the afternoon to search for some angry white moose that was supposedly killing the hunters. Or not killing the hunters, killing the foresters. And after about 5 hours of searching and talking to a couple of moose and rescuing a humanoid by the name of Bestiola from some wolves, you finally came across this elven tomb. And nowhere stumbled into not really stumbled, was searching and went through the opening in the wall and stumbled into the awakened white moose. And you guys killed the white moose, and as it was dying, it yelled out in Druidic. So at that point, at least Celestine probably figured out that it was awakened at that point. Since then, you've been trying to figure out the mirror and the doors inside, as well as the sarcophagus on the east side of the map, up on the berm. The doors in the mirror, you figured out that it has something to do with the moon dial, but you don't know exactly what. And the sarcophagus, you've figured out that you can find most of the items around, but you've got one item that you haven't been able to figure out, and you tried pushing the lid off the sarcophagus, and it's not working. It's definitely magical and has to do with the puzzle at hand. And we are about 8:30 in the evening right now, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the evening, and it's still dark as it has been since probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's where we pick it up.
Have we tried putting a torch on the sarcophagus yet?
Yes.
That's what the fire's coming from.
What about dude's burnt hand?
I suggest that he's just holding his hand, because he's a smartass. But um, I suggest we get ready for sleep and take shifts. And if we can't figure out anything else by the morning, we walk back to town and see if we can find a hand anywhere between now and then. So if anybody tries to jump us, we chop off their hand and come back.
Well, have you put your burnt hand on the sarcophagus?
He attempts it.
He did, or he just did?
He just did.
It does not work.
Okay, let's go to sleep. I suggest we go in the little shelter room where we killed the moose and get a fire going so that maybe we can get a little bit of warmth.
I want to interrupt here. It seems to me that this whole display, the moon dial and the sarcophagus and the gazebo are all part of a puzzle. And I wonder if there's some way to cast uh, light onto the moon dial in such a way that it appears to be a light from a full moon, or from a full moon, and that would cause the pointer to move to that point. The the one thing we haven't tried is to wait for the moon, because even though it's overcast, the moonlight would still be there, but we have to be awake in the night in order to see that.
It's like 8:30 at night right now.
Okay, so at 8:30 at night, is the moon up, or is it not up until midnight or after?
I believe with the cloud cover, we never really can tell.
Why don't we set up for camp and eat, and then during who's ever watching at that time, they walk out, look at the sky. Is there a moon? Nope. Okay, come back in. And if there's a moon and it's something that they see the light working on the moon dial, like you just suggested, they wake the rest of us up if it's important enough to see what's going on.
Okay, it's also possible that this moon dial uh, actually functions uh, because of the position and phase of the moon, not because the moonlight can actually be seen on the dial. Uh, I have the only spell I have is an optical illusion, and it doesn't allow me to create light with it, so I can't do that. But if anyone had the ability to uh, create light through, casting light or something of that nature, cast it directly on the uh, full moon symbol, maybe that pointer would move. And I think that, if we can get the pointer moved to that full moon symbol, then someone can approach the mirror and ask questions. Because I don't think that that's going to work until the pointer is pointed at the full moon. But actually, I was in hopes of being able to cast that illusion, but then I read it just recently, and it doesn't allow me to do that. So does anyone have the ability to create light or cast light?
Don't.
Hello?
Hello.
I don't. He's looking around. He's like, hey.
I'm afraid I need a little more training before I can do that.
No one can cast light, then I guess our next opportunity is to wait through the night for that pointer to move. If it will. It may not.
Almost, I wasn't even in the room yet.
I can barely hear you.
I said I just now realized that I wasn't even in the room. Listening to the group.
Yeah.
There's one down that second floor corridor. Or second corridor, there's a mirror.
Yes, we or Claudette found that mirror last session, and I'm thinking that having the pointer pointed at the full moon symbol will make that mirror active, just as having it pointed at uh, either of the two half moon symbols would open the other doors. I'm not sure how that affects the sarcophagus, but somehow I think it will.
I'll double check my bags to see if I have a mirror.
Well, they're checking and they're discussing it since Illiken has no way of helping. He's all right. He's collecting wood for the fire tonight, walking between the trees and everything, collecting good so he can do some good work.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Bestiola asked, is there moonlight at the moment?
There's a little bit coming out. It was just like, I think 2 days ago, that it was a new moon when the sacrifices were being made. So it would definitely be out a little bit, but not a full moon.
the way the pointer is pointing now would indicate that it's a little more than half a moon. I think they
The way
call
the
that.
pointer is pointing right now is not changeable per the map. So
And the light varies on where you're standing.
Well, no, your vision of the light of what's there changes because of the fog of war, but I somehow doubt that directly impacts the the moon dial.
My scimitar could make a reflection for you if you want to look at yourself.
Well, no, I'm not concerned about the reflection. I'm concerned about getting light somehow onto this moon dial so that it will move.
I was answering somebody else.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget that people type in there, and I don't always look.
Is the fire still going in this little sacrificial brazier with all the items that were needed for sacrifice, or has that gone out by now?
it has gone out.
Does anybody else have any suggestions?
I'm drawing blank.
So this area right here, Sky, is it just the shadow of the moon dial, or is it
Yeah.
permanently engraved?
That would be the shadow of the moon dial if the moon was correctly lined up with the way that the map was drawn.
Is it?
No, no, the map was drawn the way the map was drawn. Mechanically speaking, you could have taken this quest right now or in 10 days, and the map would stay the same. But the
Okay.
moon would be in different places or different cycles.
Is there a way to tell where the actual shadow is being cast currently with the moon cycle in relation to when we took this quest? Like, is there actually a shadow being cast, or are the clouds just too?
I would say there's not really a shadow per se because the moon's barely out, but I would say that the pointer is more towards this guy right here.
Got it.
Okay, so if that's the case, then we have to wait uh, till it reaches the next phase. First one would be the half moon. And that's going to be, let's see, there are 8 symbols. So the time to move from one to another is about 4 days. 3 days, 3.5. So we go do whatever we're going to do and come back in 4 days and see if we can continue with this puzzle.
See if we get in good fight. Kill somebody. Bring hand.
Yeah.
How much wood have I collected as of right now?
Uh, you're collecting wood?
That's what I said. While everybody was discussing all the intricacies after I said, hey, we can sleep and take watch and watch moon. I started collecting wood so that tonight we'd have firewood for the fire to keep it going at least throughout the night since it's so cold out.
Gotcha. Give me a survival check. I'd say you find enough to get you through the night, and it probably takes a good hour or so to find all the wood that you need to find that's, dry and not soaked through with the snow and all, but you find enough.
Begin. We'll carry your character with us, but we know you're out for. Take care of that, okay?
Yeah, thank you guys. Sorry.
Then I liked Claudette's idea of camping inside the room where we killed the other creature, and suggested all. And then he asked, "Did anybody bring the head so we can get paid for the head of the moose, or what we need from the moose to show that we killed it?"
Pretty sure one of you cut it off last week.
I think Finnegan did. I was just making sure that if we
Yeah.
needed anything else as proof, we can do that today, so that hey, we have the proof. Other than the coat, leather coat that somebody's already claimed from Grumbles. But once I'm done, and since we don't have anything else, I suggest we all go into the nice and warm area.
I don't have a problem with sleeping, but I guess based on what Sky said, we're not going to see that pointer suddenly jump.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, does anybody have a metal shield or a shiny blade, like a longsword?
I have a scimitar.
Is it shiny?
I could shine it up for you.
Thinking maybe we could use it as a makeshift mirror. You could go into the mirror. Do you have a first question ready?
Okay.
Do you have a first question ready? To the mirror?
I don't even know what to ask it.
Well, let's figure out what our first question is. I know you have some personal questions, but see if we have a substantial first question to ask it. Group suggestions?
What about something to see how can we activate this puzzle? I don't know. How do we open the sarcophagus?
I like what's in the sarcophagus.
Well, if we open it, we'd know.
Yeah, but if a demon's inside of it, it'd be a bad idea to know after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a decent first question.
I mean, I burnt my hand to find out what's in it, but now, because of the slight pain of this, I'm thinking it's a good idea to know what's there before we just open it up.
Do you mind if I hold on to your scimitar, Claudette, while you go and try questioning the mirror?
Sure, why not?
And
I had it like offhand.
questions of it. What's changed between now and then?
I take her scimitar and I try to reflect more moonlight onto the full moon symbol.
What was the question we're asking the mirror?
what's in the sarcophagus?
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I got it. The moonlight shining onto the full moon circle.
So as you twist the scimitar towards the moon and try and get the reflection to hit the symbol. As you twist it, you can see part of the symbol magically light up, but the whole symbol does not light up.
Ooh. So we need to get enough reflection to cover the entire symbol.
What is Celestine casting?
I didn't cast anything.
Oh, well.
You did Druidcraft.
Druidcraft.
I'm watching. I'm like, what you guys doing? And then
Anybody got other blades that we can use as a mirror effect?
the only thing I have is axe, and I don't think it's shiny.
I have a short sword.
That might work. Anybody else? We might need 3 or 4.
I have my other scimitar. I could hand it to Illiken or Finnegan.
I pick it up from her.
Okay.
I have a scimitar, but I don't know if it's shiny.
I don't know if mine's shiny, but I'm going to draw it out, start polishing it up, see what I can do.
Hi, sweetheart. How's my girl, huh?
Okay, once everybody's ready, we need to get the entire symbol covered with moonlight. Because it only lights up where I shine, and I think we need to have the entire symbol to shine, to trigger.
They're all kind of asked, should we do this later tonight when it's brighter? Since it's only 8
With
o'clock.
the clouds, but with the clouds, I don't think it's going to get much brighter. But and it worked with just a little bit of light that I reflected onto it.
Okay. The other question is, instead of asking questions right this second, opening up the doors.
I'm waiting for you guys to say that you're ready for me to answer the question.
Well, let's verify that this works with one question. If it does, then we can try the doors.
Oh yeah.
Because we don't know what's behind the doors. The mirror says it's just going to answer questions, so that seems less threatening, or potentially
The other side
threatening.
of that, it does say have 7 questions ready to be answered. So you have to have all
No,
7.
Well,
That's why I was saying, because that way, unless she's got them all written down, okay, we want you to ask all these questions, in case it's a one-shot deal or you only get one chance.
we had a hard enough time figuring out one question.
Yeah. So that's why I said give us time for the other ones. Open up a door and then see if that works. And if it opens the door, we know that we can come up with some good questions for the question.
Well, I'll call out to Claudette for her to come out here so we can have a group discussion.
Great idea on using the shiny. It's cool.
I think with the 4 blades, we should have enough to completely cover this symbol. Or whichever one we choose.
And I fill her in on what was said while she was in the other room or other area about, hey, why don't we open up a door instead of the questions, because the symbols say must have question ready. And we only have 1 question ready right now instead of 7. And if it's a one-shot deal, we might waste our chance of getting answers. But if we open the doors, we may be able to get more questions.
So what does the group think? Mirrors or door?
I have to agree with Illiken on that one. I think the door would probably be a better idea.
You want me to go try to open the door?
Oh.
Yeah.
I always suggest not going into the room. Maybe getting something to wedge the door open once we get it open.
That would be a good idea.
Evil dungeon master. Well, not evil, but
It's a locked door. There's usually nothing good behind a locked door.
psycho dungeon master. May I try to open this door, please?
We all shine our lights as good as we can on the door, Moon.
No, if we're doing the doors, we got to go to one of the half moons.
That's where I was standing so that I could do it.
Okay.
Which one?
Yeah, we don't know which door. You'll have to he screams back. You'll have to try both of them because I don't know which door it's going to unlock.
Maybe the left one opens the left door and the right one opens the right door.
Okay, so we're going to try with the right door first because we're on the left side of the dial.
Now, when you say the right side, is that the right side from the moose opening?
The south door. Try opening the south door first. Because if
There's only two doors, so you have a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, but if the mirror is in the center, and that's the solid moon, then the one on the east side should be the east side door, and the one on the west side should be the west side door.
I think we're thinking too logically. Let's just try a door.
We all line up and try getting our nice shiny weapons to reflect the moon.
Alright, this one, see it.
Claudette, it was nice knowing you.
I ain't too worried about me. Because while I'm going to try opening the door, I'm going to stealth.
All right. So, as you all aim a bunch of shiny objects towards both the western half moon as well as the slight sliver of moon that's popping out in the sky, the symbol on the ground starts to shine.
Yell undercommon. It's shining.
All here.
I hear a door opening.
All right. So, the giant stone door starts scraping out towards you.
Towards me.
Yep.
I'm going to step back.
Now let's see if her Mercutio Waves pops up. Oh, it's shiny!
Once the door is open, I just kind of take a peek in. Can I check for traps at the door area, please?
Give me an investigation check. As far as you can tell, there are no traps.
Okay, so I'm going to come up to the entranceway, and I'm going to tap Arden on the shoulder, because I was stealth, and say, yo, the door opened, there's another sarcophagal thing there. Not a trap at the doorway, but I didn't go inside.
Is the door open?
Yes, the door is open.
No, did you wedge it open so it can't close?
No, I didn't wedge it open. You want me to go wedge it open?
Yeah, take one of those rocks there at your feet. See if there's one of them will work.
Or why don't you guys just try taking the thing away and see if it closes?
Because if you wedge it, maybe it won't close all the way, and we can go over there and try opening it if it does close.
I'm gonna pick up a rock. Come try to slide it under the door.
Now, the
Alright.
Illiken's over there grumbling about, I can just see that rock being smashed. I can just see that rock being smashed.
Give me a survival check. Audit.
I'll always be opal to you. It's okay.
Oh no!
Alright, you find a suitable rock and get it into the whatchamacallit? Into the door.
Take my blade away and head inside.
I follow suit.
Which one is she at? Not this one.
I forgot
The
to
south
ask.
door.
Okay. I hand you your scimitar back.
Thank you. Where's my other one?
Illiken. Somebody else has it. I think
I was
Illiken.
handing it to you. I just had to find you first.
Did the door stay open?
I just heard something closing.
It did not. And what used to be a rock is now powdered sand.
Illiken looks for a really, really, really big rock.
Alright, give me a survival check.
I'll go outside to see if I can shine my swords on the thingy.
All right.
I'd say you found a pretty large rock that is that you think would be pretty hefty and probably do the job.
He lets everybody know what he found, and if they go and do he'll move it into the if he tries to lift it up to see if he's able to.
Yeah, with a 24 you're able to.
Okay. He goes, you guys do it. I'll put this, and I show him a big giant rock that I'm carrying in front of it. More like a boulder, but you know.
Alright, so with that sake of brevity, I'll go back out there. Shine your light on the symbol, it lights up. And the door opens.
Once it's completely open, Illiken will put the boulder in front of the door, up against the wall.
Cool. You do that easily.
Yeah, sometimes I'm glad I got an natural 20. You guys are weak. I had to do this myself. Then he goes, it's there. I placed it.
Now everyone withdraw from the symbol and see if it stays open. Didn't understand that.
You're in a windy area. The wind's kicking up.
I'm gonna get a firebolt ready in my hand. It also is gonna double as a light source for me.
As y'all come up to enter the this room, the circular chamber has an intricately carved domed ceiling 20 feet high, and a beam of light shines down from the top of the dome, illuminating a rectangular stone sarcophagus.
I look at the door to see if it's being held by the boulder.
You can see into the room, so yes.
Did the boulder move at all when the door went to shut? That's what he's paying attention to.
It did not.
Okay, so then he'll go in. He'll look at Claudette. Is it safe to go in there? Because you said something about traps.
Let me go check for traps.
Based on your earlier investigation, you don't believe that there's any traps in there.
Do you want me to go in and check for traps around the inside and on the rectangular?
The sarcophagus? Yes, please.
Alright, roll me another investigation.
Okay. Just trying to be specific, boss.
You are 100% certain that there has never been a trap in this room.
There's no traps in here, guys. Come on in.
Illican looks at the wall and says, no way breaking into here. But he does an investigation of the walls to see if he can find anything.
Is anything going on with the mirror?
Looks like a mirror.
Lovely.
I dust off the sarcophagus to see if there's anything written on it or... And I ask for help to see if anybody can find anything on it, just in case you have the rolls.
Alright, give me an investigation check with advantage. There's nothing written on it. There was, good 2-3 inches worth of dust in there, though.
Does this one have a brazier on it, like the last one, or no?
Nope.
Okay. Can I determine if it is a sarcophagus or just a...
Laugh every time you say that.
Or is there
Brazier. Don't go to that .com, by the way.
But is this a...
It's a sarcophagus.
Okay. Do we want to open it? Or attempt to?
We can try, but I doubt if it will open.
Yes, open, please.
Illican will attempt to open it.
By yourself?
I asked for help.
I'll help.
Anybody who's helping, give me a athletics check.
Everyone's helping.
That bug is sure pretty strong.
It's probably magically sealed.
Okay, how
Way
far
to find out.
Find out it's really light lid and the lid goes flying across the room. Thanks for the help, guys.
Okay. So as you push the Slowly, the stone lid pushes over and off and lands with a giant thud on the ground to that side of the. Say he was there and went popped and down there.
Yola quickly looks into the sarcophagus.
Looks to see if there's a hand inside the sarcophagus.
As well, give me an investigation check.
I'll help him.
There is bones which look like it used to be a hand. As you look in the inside the sarcophagus, as it's open, the rush of air disturbs the cadaver's robes, which have mostly crumbled to dust. The sarcophagus. Also, as you look in, you find an unstrung bow, 6 silvered arrowheads, a wooden cup with a winged fish etched into the side.
Okay, I know he's not here, but I would look at Finnegan and ask if he knows anything about the cup or the arrows. Just because it might have been a religious item.
Who looks like they are use a bow? I'm new to the group, so I don't know.
Nowhere, Arden and Illican. No, not Illican. Nowhere and Arden have been fighting with bows.
I have a bow. I believe Arden is using crossbows.
No, I got a longbow.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
I pull out the bow and the arrows, and I gesture towards the two of them. Like, you two decide who gets it.
That says
the arrowheads.
Yeah, it says it's arrowheads. Not so. There's no shafts with them. They've probably rotted away.
How new does the bow look? What condition?
It looks weathered. Doesn't look particularly new, but it doesn't look like it'll break either.
I suggest one person gets the arrows, one person gets the bow, because for the bow to remain in this condition for this long.
Set everything on the ground, and I start to ritual cast identify on everything.
It's got to be a good bow, because to last this long, he doesn't know what that skull is doing. So he's saying it, but got to be in good condition. But
I'll look up at him and in Orcish say, I'm identifying.
He says he's identifying.
Okay.
Do I need to do it twice or 3 times?
Just twice should be good.
Okay. So that'll take me 20 minutes.
Certainly would seem to me that we should not separate the bow and the arrowheads, because the arrowheads are silvered, which suggests that they are special. If you give a bow to one of us and the arrowheads to another, then that's nice. You got something to carry, but you've essentially reduced the chance that it's going to have any function.
So this was a short bow or a long bow? I don't recall.
Just a sec. I'm trying to look some stuff up. Just one moment.
Okay, so no asking questions. Like
You don't have the knowledge instantly?
I'm not
I
white.
will talk to Nastasia. I'm sorry, I know your name. I just
Bestiola.
Bestiola and speak in Orcish.
He's trying to cast a ritual spell. He can't talk right now.
For 20 minutes.
I thought I said casting time 1 minute. Oh, you're not doing it as a spell. You're doing it as a ritual. So yeah.
Yep. I'm not wasted a spell slot on identifying something.
Not when we don't know when our next fight is.
No, that's okay. Because I was just going to suggest doing the cup as well to see if there's something special about the cup.
Oh, I am.
Okay. So,
That's why I set everything on the floor.
Oh, okay, I thought you only set 2 items on the floor. Now, Illikin would like the cup just because it's a good drinking mug. While this is all being done, Illikin's paying attention to the door to make sure it doesn't move.
I suggest we prepare ourselves to go and try to open the other door.
I agree. When we leave here, you guys go, and I'm going to ask if you guys can relight up that moon, and I'm going to leave the rock and go over to the other location. Since we know it's strong enough to hold the door.
Alright, so Bestiola at the which one are you doing first, the bow or the arrows? Not that it really matters, but just for this giggle. Oh well. At the end of the casting time is only a minute. At the end of your 2 minutes, you figure out that the silvered arrowheads are just silver arrowheads. They would overcome the magical resistances some creatures would have because they're silvered, but there's nothing special to them other than that. The bow itself is a short bow of warning.
What does that mean?
Advantage on initiative rolls. Can't be surprised if you're not incapacitated. It awakens you if you're asleep. And your companions.
Nice.
It requires attunement.
And what about the cup?
Then again, we'll mention that it looks like a typical elvish ritual cup that might be, let's see here, typical elvish ritual cup for the aquatic elves, whatever the hell they're called.
That's a funny name, don't they? Does the ritual identify cast, to show anything different for the cup?
If you do, it's just a wooden cup.
I hand it to Illikin because he seemed interested in it.
I collect it for the time being, and just for drinking or for storytelling.
Again, I'll take the 3 arrowheads.
On the ground there for you two to decide who gets it. Bestiola's not interested in it.
Okay. I don't know. There's 6 arrowheads, so.
Yeah, he took 3. He's leaving 3 for you.
Okay, well, I can take those as 3 arrowheads, and I can take the bow, or he can take the bow. I don't know about attunement.
You just
It requires attunement.
for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I understand that. If I take the bow and just carry it and attune to it, does that mean I have to use it, or can I continue to use my long bow?
You can use whatever bow you want to use.
Okay, but that feature of the warning for us, would that be something that I have to be using the bow in order for that warning to occur?
You have to be attuned to it.
Well,
While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you cannot be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep.
okay. Well, what do you think, Arden? Should I?
Go ahead. You can take the bow.
All right. I'll take the bow.
Do you have a better bow than that one, then?
Oh, I've got a longbow, and I prefer the longbow. But as Sky said, I can take it, carry it and attune to it, but I don't necessarily have to use it.
All right, let's go see what this other door has. I'm getting tired. Not that I'm really tired, but I'm getting tired.
Yeah, well,
Is that in character or out of character?
I would say it's probably approaching like 10:30 at night at this point, so it would be understandable if y'all are getting a little tired.
You guys go and relight this door, so I can grab the boulder and I'll go to the other one. And then tomorrow we can discuss the mirror. It gives us time to make plans.
Alright, so everybody's gone outside. They light the left,
The other half.
the western symbol. The door opens just the tiniest bit. Give me another survival check, Elican. So you're able to roll the rock away from the door, roll it down the steps into the main area, and roll it over to where Celestine is currently standing. However, rolling it up those steps leading to the other door, you're having some issues.
I let everybody know I'm having issues. I'm getting exhausted with moving this. I may need help getting it up the stairs. So if anybody's not doing the shining light, they can come help me.
In Undercommon, I asked Claudette what's going wrong.
I speak in common and uncommon, so everybody knows what's going on. I do also, before I do that, I walk up and see if the door is all the way open.
So who all's over at the symbol?
Claudette,
I am.
So you're over like here.
We got 4 over here, so Celestine could probably help them.
Okay.
I don't want to lift this rock all the way over there if I find out the door's not open. There's a lot of work.
So is Illican and Celestine rolling the rock up the hallway, or waiting for the door to open, or?
Okay, I went up to see if the door was open. Once they all got in that position to where they could open that door, just because of the amount of effort it's going to take to get this rock up there. And then once it starts going and open, I go back down and I ask for Celestine's help to get the rock up top, or the boulder up top.
First thing I'll do is I'll cast guidance, and then I'll start helping him push.
Alright, so Illican, give me another survival check with advantage. Alright, so you are able to roll up the rock with no problem whatsoever. As the others light up the light up the symbol on the outside, the door creaks open.
I place the boulder in front of the door so it can't open, or it can't shut. And then I go and let everybody know it's there, and then I see another.
Hold on just one moment. Give me a perception check.
Now you just gotta make it difficult. Is that spell that you gave me for advantage?
No, it would have given you plus a d4 on your survival check. But you didn't need it.
Okay, give me advantage?
So,
Yeah, I got
You can
one.
use that guidance now. If you didn't use the guidance on the survival, can you use it on the perception?
That's up to Sky.
I'm gonna go with it doesn't matter at the moment. The circular chamber has an intricately carved dome ceiling 20 feet high. A beam of light shines down from the top of the dome, illuminating a rectangular stone sarcophagus. Someone has turned this tomb into living quarters, as evidenced by a rack of drying herbs and an unfurled bedroll that is sitting on top of the sarcophagus.
I go back and inform everybody that I haven't went inside, but I glanced inside and what I saw, and that they can come in. Uh, but I do warn them that I'd be prepared in case somebody is in there in the shadows in the area I did not see, because I don't know if it's trapped or not.
I'm on my way to check for traps.
And he is lucky that he has Claudette in the group, because otherwise his butt would have went right in there and said, "Cool, it looks nice."
Okay.
Roll an investigation check.
Anybody just want to help me? Because I have a feeling this one might not go as well as planned.
She said she was tired, so I'll help see if I can find anything with her.
Oh, wow.
Just asking, are you saying you're tired in game or out of game?
Both.
Oh, okay.
So, as you step into the room and start looking for traps, roll initiative.
I love it.
I'm prepared. I said it.
Did everybody roll?
Yes, please.
Somebody's hand! Somebody's hand! Okay, why is there two of me? Oh, never mind. I see. I'm looking at it and I'm stupid.
We can't get enough of you.
No, I'm looking at it and you know your icon that has your name, Illikin/Ken, and then you have the playing icon on the map. And I just happened to see both of them right next to each other. And I'm like, why is there two of those and why are they both on the map?
I can't seem to select my character token to so to roll initiative. We got to be out there.
Can you do it right now?
Okay, that was strange.
Is Finnegan going to be on this fight, or is he taking a nap?
I'm just gonna put him in the back for.
Keep in mind, your healer has no healing spells, guys. Been out of healing spells since, 2 sessions ago.
You're saying we should have slept first?
Yeah, it was a good time to tell us that.
I'm just saying, I had no healing spells.
Or this glass cannon's not going to run it like they usually do.
Knock on wood, it's not a vampire.
Were they? I swear. Forgot to get another one off of the always whisper.
They should put a global toggle on that for you guys.
They really should. All right. Estella, you are up.
I'm going to wait in line here. I'm not going to try to push past anybody. So I guess I'll just pass on my turn.
You gonna hold your attack?
Well, can't see anything. I can't see in the room, so there's no reason to hold an attack.
Because I didn't know if you were gonna hold it because of me saying, "Hey, everybody, we should be prepared to fight something on the inside."
Yeah, I'm just going to pass on my turn this round.
Okay. Nowhere.
All right. I'm going. Let's see. From my position, I can recognize two entities in there. I'm going to move up one. Yeah. There are definitely two entities there. Do we have any idea what these creatures are?
Nope.
Okay. I'm assuming since they're hanging out in a sarcophagus or in a tomb near a sarcophagus that they probably are at least undead, if not something worse. So with that in mind, I'm going to attack, I guess. And so
All right. You would be able to tell from your position, Ravison is crouched over, hiding behind the sarcophagus, so it would have 3/4 cover. But from your position, you could hit the other.
yeah. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. I'll fire a longbow at this one.
That'll hit.
Okay. And so that's 12 points of damage, I guess.
Yep.
And I don't have anything else to do, so.
Alright, so look at you looking.
I'm going to. Right there. And it. Once I find my character.
Against the shrub or Rabison? Sorry, I didn't see your ping.
I think it's the shrub.
Shrub? Okay.
Because he was the first
Both.
one I saw when I came into the room. I didn't see him until I got all the way around.
Gotcha.
So I was locked on target.
Alright. Both of those hit.
And I don't get an extra attack. So that's all I got right now. I also, because I forget about it, favorite foe. Or not foe, you know what I mean.
Um. Alright, yeah, go ahead and roll a 1d4 if that's what you want to do. Okay. Celestine.
Um. Okay, I'll take a bonus action to do that, which means I can fire once this turn. Sorry, I should have said that's gonna be it. Let's do it, Ravison, since everyone else is concentrating on the other thing.
Hits. Say it barely hits, just because of his cover. But yep.
And then
Are you going archer?
yes, that's where that ability comes from. There's no point in going chalice because I have no healing spells.
Yeah.
And then I will reach up to my necklace of beads, pull another one off, and throw it.
You guess your form with the bonus action, right?
What's that?
You did your form with the bonus action, and then
Correct.
your attack, or is luminous arrow part of that?
Luminous arrow is part of that. Says
Gotcha.
I can do it this turn and on each additional bonus action.
Okay, cool.
I'll go ahead and put it there.
Right. And that just happens at the end of their turn, right?
At the beginning of their
Right
turn.
now, too.
Or wait. Yeah, they take damage at the end of their turn there.
All right, cool. Bought it.
Going to move up next to Illican. And stop right there so I'm not within the bush. But I'm going to use my scimitar with sneak attack.
You're attacking the bush.
No, the thingy. The other thing.
Okay, that does not hit. And from your position, half cover is plus 2 AC, right?
I'm sorry?
Plus 5 on 3/4 and plus 2 on half.
Yeah.
Then that would hit.
That's a waste. Okay. That's the end of my turn.
Pardon. Good Ravison.
Yeah. Did that come across?
I haven't seen an attack yet. No.
Gonna do it with the longbow.
$13 does not hit.
Then I'm done.
You keep giving these two enemies names. I don't see anywhere that they're identified. Are they supposed to be in the turn order?
They're at the
They're in
bottom
there
of the
to
list, just
armor.
no names.
They don't see them as the names in the turn order.
Yes.
How about that?
Well, we don't know their names yet, so that's a good thing.
One has a humanoid form and one is a bush.
All right, there we go. Humanoid and bush. Things that I see that I don't realize that nobody else sees. Yeah, great.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it helps me understand what you're saying. I
see nothing.
The humanoid thingy's turn.
Did we take a short rest after the moose?
While you guys were looking at the moon dial, I had mentioned, I think Megan had said something, and I had mentioned that you guys could use this time as taking a short rest.
Okay.
I think it was actually while Finnegan was working on the, when you and Finnegan were working on the moose.
Okay.
Let's see here. I guess it will attack Claudette. Oops, no, the second one. This will be 2 of those. So 16 and 23.
16 hits, 23 hits.
Is there something you push on your character sheet that's that the multi attack automatically attacks with the other two weapons?
No, I click the multi-attack, and then I click the 2 weapons.
Okay, I was just that's what I was seeing. Thanks.
Alright, so you take 6 slashing, 8 cold. And this unknown humanoid thing will yell out, languages do you speak? Speak common. Alright. He will yell out, leave her sacred place. And the shrub's turn, it will all it's going to do is yell out, no, I don't want to die. And that's all it's going to do. And Bestiola's turn.
Now that the room's clear, I will move up. Is that the who is this right here? I can only see part
That's
of it.
the humanoid that they're attacking. And he is currently ducked behind the sarcophagus, giving him 3/4 cover, so +5 AC.
I'm still going to throw a couple firebolts at him.
You're murdering these innocent people. It's just so bad.
Neither of those hit.
Close to him. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that's my action and bonus. And movement.
Nowhere.
First, those 2 enemies, did they receive damage from the bead star thing that Celestine threw out there?
They did.
Okay. I guess because nothing else to do here is I will shoot again and at the bush. Not sure why we're killing a bush, but it's apparently alive.
I'm laughing because you guys started attacking it first, so those things are just following.
Okay.
$16 hit.
Okay, 11 damage.
The the shrub, um, the arrow goes straight into the middle of the shrub, and it yells out in agony, "I just got," and it falls up. Anything else for you?
No, I think that's all for now.
Looking.
I can transfer the mark, right?
How Hunter's Mark works. Let me.
Because I think I can transfer it up to 3 times because of my level.
You can use the feature to mark a favored enemy a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, which is 2. And regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So you have 2 favorite enemies, so you're not moving the mark, but you're using your second favorite foe for the day.
Okay, so it has to be on the same character.
No, you're just
You have 2 charges of the ability. Once you
yeah.
use it on one character, you have to use the second charge to use it on somebody else.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I just did. I think about my last game. I forgot to use it last one. So and we've had a sleep since then. So yes, I'm good. I'm attacking him.
Yeah, but if you're attacking with a longbow, then that's at disadvantage.
He doesn't.
He's melee dead.
I know he's telling me I clicked the wrong button. Your dad's a smart man.
Oh, yeah. He is.
Thank you. And my first one.
Your hand axe hits.
Yeah, my war pick hit the hit the stand. It looks like. Yeah, I'm just not doing good today.
Celestine.
I'm liking them negative ones.
As much as I hate to say it, Verheist, you're taking damage from that spell if you don't move before the end of your turn.
Uh, I'll take the damage because I wouldn't know that.
All right, you take 7 points of damage.
So hopefully somebody tells me that during my during their turn.
Well, it just happened, so you do know it now.
I wouldn't know what hit me, so that's my problem. I'm fighting.
I tap you on the shoulder and say, "Stay away from the orb."
Definitely will do that. Ouch. You said we took a short rest, right? You just asked that, Jeff?
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna slam this into him. For DC 14, 9 points of damage.
I forgot about that other portion. That 10 was going to be on the first on the radiant star on the star thingy. And then the 20 is on the. Oh, I get. Wait, I'm confused.
So am I. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so the first bead of stars that you threw stays out there, right?
Yeah, this isn't a second one. I'm just using my bonus action to slam it into him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So it'll be a 20 on the second one. I forgot to roll a dexterity save at the end of his turn on the first one.
Gotcha.
Which is what the first one was.
Okay, so he takes 7 points of damage at the end of his last turn, and then 4 points of damage now. And then I'll move it up there. And I guess I'll go ahead and pull out my longbow.
And 17 will hit.
And that'll be it.
That's quite it.
Coming. I am not going to move out of his range, but I'm going to step over here.
Okay.
Does he have blood in him?
You can see some scrapes that have hit him, and some blood seems to tinily be trickling out.
Now, is the vampiric bite a action or a bonus action?
That's a great question.
Getting kinky with.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
White? What would you say? Doesn't specifically say in the description.
I would say it's an action.
Okay, then we will go with that.
Okay. So I'm running out of life. I feel a little bit nauseated. I see the blood. My fangs pop out. And by instinct, I'm going to bite him.
Sky, just out of curiosity, are we playing with flanking rules?
No.
Okay.
Does I'm doing it based off of your stuff because otherwise I'm gonna get confused.
Makes
Um,
sense.
between the two games, or between the three games technically. Um, which means she would not have advantage on this, correct? Even being a rogue, like she doesn't have any weird
Correct.
pack tactics kind of thing because she doesn't have a class yet,
Correct.
or not a class, a subclass. Okay, cool. So that'd be not be a hit.
All right, then I will take my bonus action to use my offhand to try to hit him. I can still do that?
I believe so, yeah. You took a attack action, so that one will hit.
I don't get the sneak attack.
You
You would actually
do,
get sneak attack.
Why? Because
yeah.
Anakin's within 5 feet of him?
Yeah,
But he's not within 5 feet of me.
but he's within 5 feet of your target.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Yeah, we'll give that whole 4 points of damage.
Arden?
Okay, I'm going to move up here so I can get a better shot. I engaged the last creature.
One hits. And anything else?
Nope, that's it. I'm done.
All right. An owl will float, down towards the humanoid, um, and in druidic, um, the druid will tell the owl to send a message to her, um, that I may no longer be around after today if I make this out or make it out of this. I will send another messenger tomorrow, and the owl will fly out and out towards delivering the message.
Any of us get an attack of opportunity?
You cannot. Owls do not work in that way. So you'll see an owl. 5, 10. And inside of nothing, it's gone. And that will be it for Abson. This actually, it'll say, "Get out," and that'll be it. The end of its turn. And with that, it is 3:04. Let's take a 15-minute break, and we'll come back to Bestiola. All right, so that was everybody's back. Heard nowhere. Talking to White in chat. I heard.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Sweet.
And I'm here.
Yay. All right.
And I'm as well.
Bestiola, we start with you.
Alrighty then, I'll move up and over a little bit. Crawling over nowhere. And I'm going to drop 2 firebolts on the guy with the bullseye on him. Whatever, Hunter's Mark or whatever it's called nowadays.
We'll consider those good.
Alright. Oh wow, that's a big... What the heck? Ones on both of them?
It's
Wham bam.
I sizzled some
That
hair.
went with a pencil.
I probably would have done more damage if I threw a pencil. Okay, I guess that's it.
okay. Nowhere.
Okay. I'm going to move up. 2, 3, 4. to here. And then I'm going to shoot a longbow again. And 11 probably doesn't hit.
Does not.
Well, darn. Well, that's all I got, so.
Elkin? Neither of those hit.
Holy crap, this guy's got a good arm.
Celestine.
Okay, first thing I'll do is hit him with this. And move it up here.
Does that only hurt him or does it hurt us too? Because we were close by.
It only hits him.
See, that fails.
Then I'll shoot again with my bow.
That hits.
And that's it.
What it?
Going to move to stand on top of this thing here. Hit with the scimitar.
Backstab in effect. Ooh,
Definitely hits.
Damn, nice.
And then I'm going to use my offhand.
That hits.
And that will be the end of... Oh, no it won't. Let me step right here. That will be the end of my turn.
And Arden.
Okay, I'm going to attack him with the longbow. Damn!
That does not hit.
What is the unkillable creature?
Well, he's squatting down. He's keeping everybody ahead of him.
Alright, at this point, perhaps this person will yell out in common, 10 towns will be destroyed, if not by my hand, then by the Frostmaidens. And we'll attack at Pelican. Actually, he'll do attack at Illican and then an attack at Claudette. Illican 19, Claudette 11.
Yeah, he hit me.
He missed me.
Four slashing, 4 cold Illican.
And it doesn't do anything. My skills don't correlate to cold damage.
Yeah, you don't have cold resistance now. And he will also take.
Yeah, you're not
Opal,
OP
do you...
monk.
Opal, can you roll a 1d4 for me? Ouch. Okay, so he took 4 points of necrotic from your sword, and ended the effect of it with the DC 15 Constitution. Bestiola.
Come stand behind him. Come stand behind him.
Well, that was fast. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna try Firebolt one more time. If they are duds again, I'm gonna switch spells.
You know he gets cover from over there, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come stand behind him. Never mind.
Yeah, I already shot. I hit him the last time with both of them. It's just I rolled ones on damage. Either of those hit?
We'll go with yes. We'll just say that y'all noticed that he's no longer crouched.
Better damage. And I'll be done.
Nowhere.
All right, I'm going to shoot him again with my longbow.
That'll hit.
10 more damage. He's got to get in close.
Definitely looking bloodied.
I don't know if this is the guy that we think he is, that I think he is. You know, that we said that we weren't going to go and find. He may not be.
Yeah, I mean, by any chance did anyone happen to notice what spell level it was that last spell he cast? Yeah, that means he has to be at least level 7. The very fact that this guy hasn't kicked our asses yet is crazy.
Or it, well, yeah.
I think Sky might be placating us. Or play rolling us, or whatever you want to call it.
I was gonna use the. Never mind. Okay, so I was going to use the dice have been not in his favor trick.
We'll go
No,
with that.
He's just being nice.
No, the dice have not been in his favor. Shh. He can't be nice. He's the DM. And he's psycho.
Damn straight. So anyways, Illiken's turn. Oh, 17 hits. Philistine.
Oh, there is something I can do on my 1 second.
He does not hit.
Did 3 points of damage. That's something.
You can't use your
I
action
know
to
you
eat.
can't use the favorite foe on, but I can use good barrier for my or no, I can't because I used it as my second attack. I forgot. Never mind.
Well, yeah. It's an action, so it was your first attack that you used that you can't use
Oh,
the
that's an
eat.
action. I thought that was an off
Yeah.
action to swallow something or use a potion.
It specifically says in the creature can use its action to eat one berry.
Gotcha. I'm an idiot. Thank you.
All good. Claudette.
Okay, so we're going to try the Scimitar of Wounding again.
That'll hit.
And I do get, yeah, okay. And we'll do the offhand Scimitar. I don't think
Will
that
miss.
And I'm going to step this way.
All right, Arden. Are you meaning to do your sword or your bow?
Attacking with the short sword.
Okay, you'll have to actually step up towards him to do that. You'd have to get to there.
I thought I did. I must have missed him.
No worries. 24 hits. Do you have another short sword to use as offhand or no?
Yes, I do.
That will miss, but this first one hits.
Piercing doesn't do anything, but the second, the 8 does.
Yep. Um. hop up and over the sarcophagus and start to run. If Illican, Arden, and Claudette want to give me attacks of opportunity.
Did you want me to roll my 1d4 first?
Yes, do that. You suck.
Why? Can I play it out?
No. I mean, he's still alive, but... 16 does not hit.
Who else gets an attackable opportunity?
You and Arden. Arden, yours hits. And Scimitar hits.
No, if it's running, it can't be concentrating, can it?
Yes.
Darn it!
Alright, so,
Hits do make him do concentration checks.
yeah, it doesn't matter. The druid will get to there and yell out, "My beast will avenge us."
Does it die? Oh,
Yes.
Yahoo!
And at the mention of beast, I look back at Celestine and I say, "You think he's who I think he is?"
Pretty sure.
I want to loot the body.
Give me an investigation check.
I think you have to fight Claudette on that.
Oh, a 10.
Can I check the body, please?
Sure.
I'll help Claudette.
Oh, won't help the bug, but you'll help Claudette.
Okay. You're not near me.
I wouldn't.
Claudette is.
I wouldn't help the bug either.
Just to remind you people that are not normally hunters, you might want to look for your arrows.
As you are searching the body, you see, you can see the teeth of the druid is stained blue, which happens to match the berries that are on the bush that y'all attacked earlier. The sickle made of ice that he had on him is starting to melt. And just inside his leather armor, you find a sharkskin pouch with 2 potions in it.
So,
I pull them out and say to Claudette, I'm going to identify these two.
I translate.
But Claudette understands me.
Okay, there you go.
Earlier in the description of this room, you mentioned a bunch of druidy stuff. I would like to search around this room for druidy stuff.
I'm gonna try to recover arrows.
I'm going to inspect the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus.
Before I start casting, I look up at Claudette and go, "Where's the wizard you said was here?"
I said there was a wizard here.
One of you guys said there was a wizard here.
No, I said when before we came in that I looked, I didn't see anything, but I couldn't see the entire room. And we
No,
prepared for.
no, back with the wolves.
Yeah, everyone was telling him there was a wizard that we were going after, but it wasn't a wizard, guys. It was a druid
Okay, we're going after a druid. Correct us.
that we just killed.
We assume we killed
Oh,
since we don't know.
I thought it was a wizard we were coming up here for. That's disappointing. Druid doesn't have what I'm looking for. And I do the ritual cast identify on the 2 potions.
Yep. So the identify on the 2 potions, one is a potion of vitality, and the other is a potion of radiant resistance. Arden, you find all the arrows that you shot.
Floodette, what these 2 potions are.
Okay, well, my suggestion is that we take a long rest in here to get rested up. Restore spell slots, restore health, restore everything.
I hand Claudette the potion of radiant resistance. And obviously pocket the potion of vitality. Not trying to sleight of hand it at all.
But you told me what both of them were, so.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that can use it, though?
And I walk back out to the fire that I started out.
Okay.
Out there.
I'd like to search for my arrows also.
Okay, give me an investigation check for that. Celestine, looking around the room, you notice that this druid in particular really didn't have much, just has the bedroll and the pouch and some racks of herbs that are trying to dry out and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I kept the pouch as well. If anybody was interested. It's a small pouch, correct? Size-wise?
Yes.
Thank you.
And it had 2 potions in it, so, it's probably a coin pouch, maybe like a small purse.
Component-sized pouch, maybe? Yeah, I gave Claudette the potion of radiant resistance and kept the potion of vitality.
Okay. How many arrows did you shoot, Noah?
3.
So you find 2.
Thank you.
You looked in, you were checking out the sarcophagus?
Yep.
Give me a investigation or perception, your choice.
Like I always ask, I ask for help on the sarcophagus, see if there's any written. So, section set of eyes. Anybody want to help?
I'll help.
I help.
Much
It
appreciated the help.
It looks like a sarcophagus.
Okay, is the book on the sarcophagus real, or is it just the image that we see?
Sure, it's real. Looks like a book.
Can I see if it's written in any language that I can read?
Sure, give me a history check. It's uncommon. It's a cookbook.
I start to read to see if it's a edible cookbook or if it's a necromantic cookbook.
Just a normal cookbook.
I'll keep. I'll ask if anybody else wants it. If not, I'll keep it.
You can keep it.
Uh, and as I leave the room, I chop off the guy's hand.
Yeah, survival check. Takes you a little while, but definitely not your nicest work. But I mean, there's some tendons sticking out and some bone that's cracked and whatever. But you've got yourself a hand.
Can we open the sarcophagus?
I suggest that if you did you ask that or are you asking the DM that?
I'm asking the DM that, or yeah, whatever.
Okay, never mind then. I didn't hear it. I'm gonna keep on going.
I don't know. Can you?
Well, I would like for us to try and push the lid off like we did with the other one.
Okay. Then attempt to do that. Give me strength, or what is it? Athletics checks. As you push the sarcophagus lid open, the tomb fills with a horrible stench of decay. You see a corpse in the sarcophagus that is new to being dead.
Are there any artifacts of any kind to help us identify this corpse?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Um, I would say that there are matching neck pieces on the body that you just killed, as well as this one, meaning that they are probably related.
Okay.
You said neck pieces. So is that items or what do you mean?
No, just like a necklace.
Okay. I would like to take that
Okay.
and ask Viciola to identify it, please.
He left the room. He's over by the fire. And the other question is, are you going to collect the neck piece that's around the dead guy or the dead druid's neck as well?
Yes, I think I might as well have a matching set. But then I guess I'll go over by the fireplace. Then over here by Bestiola, I'll ask him to identify these two neck pieces.
Since we're all done here, I'm going to head to the fire.
Illa can give me an investigation.
No word. Do you hand the necklaces to Bestiola?
I ask you to identify them. I don't know that I want to give them to you yet.
Bestiola just looks at you.
I tell him that he wants him to identify them.
Ah, that's right, the language barrier. Thank you, Claudette.
You're welcome.
Start to ritual flash identify on them.
Okay.
And then I'll also collect the items that were left, the bedding and stuff like that.
So, is that identity going to happen, or did I not communicate it?
No, I'm doing it. I'm just got to wait for uh, the psycho to give us a response to after 20 minutes.
Okay.
Well, 10 1.
Yeah.
Okay. After you cast identify, you will understand that it is not a magical item. No spells are affecting the item. The item was not created by a spell. It is just a normal, mundane item.
I collect the necklaces and just shake my head no.
Okay. Um, Is that delayed fireball in the middle or right there by the fire? Is that something?
That was just a campfire that you guys were going to use to sleep through the night
Okay.
Yeah,
before
I
y'all
put that
decided
there.
not to
Just
sleep.
I
Illican
put that
will
there as
fix this up.
visualization is all.
Thanks. And he says, "I've got a hand for us when we to try the thing over there."
Okay, Grog, you can keep the hand.
What did you say?
Said, okay, Grog, you can keep the hand.
Well, remember, I burnt my hand. I tried. Now we have a hand put in with the brazier.
Razor.
Razor.
I'd just try putting it on the slab first. Just to see if anything happens before we burn it.
We may want to tackle the full moon after we rest. See what we can find there.
He puts the hand over alongside the dead moose, so that so it's not right beside us while we're trying to sleep, but it's still in the cold.
Yeah.
Claudette and asks, when you guys do the mirror, can I have one question in private?
Won't bother me.
Thank
I
you.
I kind of wonder whether this is the time for private questions. I think it most likely
You
is.
didn't hear anything that he said.
Well,
It
that's
was
true.
all in undercommon.
Yes. All right. Translate, please.
You don't
What
know
did he
what we said,
say?
but
What did he say? Tell me, Claudette. What did he say?
I repeat what he said.
All right. And then my comment is that there may be a reason for 7 questions all involved with this puzzle. I sure wouldn't want to waste one and find out that we haven't been able to solve it. So I'm not sure what questions to ask, but
I stand up and face nowhere, get right up into his face, and just put one of my hands up with just a 1 up in the air, and just look at him.
Illican will say, I have no issue with somebody asking a private question. The only thing I have is that it's the what we saw states, and he reiterates what he saw one moment. I'm pulling it up on my.
Did you say that in Orcish to me?
I say it. I say it twice. Once in common, once in Orcish.
I look at
I look over.
Beastie.
I look over at Illiken and says, "Do you even have 7 questions to ask?"
I look
I'm
at
not.
Beastie.
I'm not. Okay. Let me reiterate this. I'm not worried about somebody asking a question. I'm trying to repeat what it says. Gaze upon your own face and have 7 questions answered. It is as if one individual asks the questions. Doesn't mean that only one person can ask 7 questions. It is one individual asks 7 questions. So one individual goes and asks questions, and then they can come back, and then another individual can go and ask his 7 questions, because it doesn't say it can only be happen once. It just says gaze upon your own face and have 7 questions answered. So if you have private questions, I think each of us can go and look at the mirror and ask 7 questions.
what does the DM say about that?
I don't
I
know. You
turn
don't
back.
know.
I turn back to nowhere, open both my mandibles, and with my arms, just scratch out a real squeaky 1 question.
I look at Bestial and I say, you know what? Let's rest for now. We will discuss the semantics of all of this later. I look at Nowhere and I say the same thing to him in common.
Elkin
But
shakes his head
I
like
think that
Right.
all of us just need to take a rest so we can get on with the next phase of our day.
Bestiola sits back down in their bed.
And if y'all are going to continue to have dick measuring contests, Celestine and I will go off on our own.
I don't need to have a dick measuring contest. I have the biggest one.
You got the drift.
But do you have the troll dick?
Enough, guys.
It's okay. The
That was
character
a
was
Vox
actually what
Machina
the character
reference.
said. That was not what I was thinking. That was what the character said because of what his bio says. So
Enough.
That last comment was a Critical Role thing.
All right. So, anyways, so who's taking first watch? Who's taking second watch?
I'll take first.
I'll take second.
Who's taking third?
I'll take third.
Bestiola.
Okay, then I'll take fourth.
So it's Illiken. Sorry, it went
Claudette.
Illiken, Claudette,
Bestiola.
Bestiola, and then Nowhere. All right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Illiken, go ahead and do a perception roll.
I got to decept somebody. Okay, now. Do we get killed?
You do not.
Holy moly!
Yeah, your first 2 hours goes by, and it's a bit warmer with the campfire, but it is definitely still cold, still chilly. Here's some birds outside tweeting, and that's about it. And you wake up Claudette. Claudette, give me a perception.
Afterwards, I go and tap on Claudette, wake her up, and say, "It's your shift. Been very, very quiet. A little warmer because of fire, but it's still cold."
Okie dokie. You said an investigation.
Perception.
Perception.
Yeah, about the same thing. It's definitely cold. Can hear the wind whistling outside. Outside the tomb, you can hear the wind whistling and blowing around, and nothing happens.
Alrighty. I think I'm going to wake up Nowhere next, right?
No, Bestiola was next.
Bestiola. I let him know, hey, nothing really happened. But for some reason, I'm also not able to go back to sleep.
Sorry, you're not able to go back to sleep?
Yeah, for some reason, the 4 hours, I'm just, like, wow, okay. I'm not really that tired.
Did
Okay.
you want to sit and talk? Did you want to sit and talk?
No, I'm perfectly okay just rolling around in this warm-ish bed sack.
I have an extra blanket if you want to borrow it.
Awesome, thank you. I nestle up in the extra blanket.
Bestiola, same thing. You skitter about here and there, and it's definitely cold, and it's wind is blowing, and it's dark. That's about it.
turn's done, I give Nowhere a light shove and go and sit down.
And I get up. Oh, that's not good. I stir the fire and walk around. Don't see anything. Don't hear much except the crackle of fire.
Let's say at the start of your watch, you notice that Celestine's eyes were open, and she was sitting there watching you, also keeping a watch out, just to make sure nothing happened. And over the course of probably an hour and a half, you drifted asleep. So, in the morning, do Claudette, you will notice that you will stir from whatever, and notice that everybody is asleep and you're the only one awake.
Okay. Is it? And it's time for everybody to get up?
You would gather, yes.
Okay. I start with Arden and just say, hey, wake up. Then I work over to Celestine. I think I'm saying her name right. And I say, hey, wake up. Walk over to Bestiola and Orcish. I say, hey, wake up. And I go on until everybody's awake.
Undercommon with Bestiola, but yeah.
I'm sorry, Undercommon, yes.
Is that Nowhere is asleep after she wakes me up?
Did you wake
She woke me
Bestiola
up
up first?
I woke
before Nowhere.
I woke him up second.
Sorry, you woke up who second?
I don't remember. I woke up Illiken first.
Arden? No, you woke up Arden, then Claudette.
Arden, Claudette, the Bill, Stistola, and then you went from there.
I started with Illiken.
Oh, okay, cool.
Celestine. I don't think I woke up Celestine.
Oh. Okay, then.
Okay, this is the order I'm going to go in officially. For official Dungeons and Dragons books, I'm going to wake up Illiken first. Gonna wake up Nowhere. Gonna wake up Bestiola. Then I'm gonna come over to Celestine and wake her up. And hopefully somebody else has woken up Arden and Finnegan by the time I get to Celestine.
Yeah. I'm gonna wake those guys up, but then I'm gonna check my bag because I woke up first and I saw who was asleep. So I checked my stuff.
Arden wakes up, rolls up his sleeping gear, packs it up, stretches.
You all got a full night's rest. White, did you put the API in here to reset or?
White, my love?
I would say probably just
Sorry, I did not put the API in here because it seems to be failing more than working recently.
understandable. Yeah, so everybody will have to use reset your spells manually, as well as your health, as well as any abilities that you have used, so on and so forth.
I'd say Bestial gets up, collects their stuff, packs it all up, and then lights a firebolt, twins it, and then dismisses them.
Sorry, you did what? Sorry, once more.
I lit a firebolt in one hand, twinned it, and then dismissed the cantrip. Basically verifying I can do some magic. That's all. Just a morning routine.
He'll kind of go over to a corner and he'll sit and he'll do some ritualistic type of prayers, but he'll also pull out the dragon scale, not intentionally, but and put it over where he's doing his prayers.
Bestial is going to go out to the moon dial.
Once he's done, he'll join Bestial.
And out the bottom just to look at the area because he hadn't gone there before.
I'm just gonna go stand on the full moon thing and wait for somebody to join me with my scimitars. Scimitars.
Oh, we thought you returned them.
They're hers.
I thought we returned them. Is what I'm talking about. I thought everybody returned them when you got. Otherwise, you got into a fight.
She's waiting there with them.
I am waiting there with them.
Okay. Returned. I'm like,
ready to reflect light at the request and the behest of my fellow coworkers.
he looks up. Is it still dark outside, or can we tell that it's no longer nighttime?
Well, the moon
It is
might
definitely still dark
in the morning.
Do you guys want to? Okay. Illican asked if they want to try the mirror first, or do they want to try now since he has a hand? Put the hand in the
brazier in the bra.
Yeah.
I would try putting it on the slab first before we burn it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Putting all the fire, the leaf, on the first tier, then on the other one, then take it over and try burning it and see if it works. But since it's still dark out, knocking that out first, and to see if that helps with the mirror thing.
Like I said, let's put the hand on the slab first and see if anything happens with that. And if it doesn't, then we can burn the hand.
Are the other 4 items already on the slab?
The last time that you guys had the items, you had put it in the brazier and had lit them on fire.
Yeah, but then they
along with Illican's hand.
But then we got a few others, and we tried doing it a couple extra times.
Yeah, by laying it on the
By
Okay.
touching the slab.
If you did not keep them with you, they are gone. The wind is blowing all over the place, and we're talking about a feather, a pine cone, and we're talking about really light stuff.
Illican would have collected them and kept them with him because he's trying to figure out this map or this puzzle. So if somebody else didn't say I took it, Illican did. So he has all the stuff that he
easy to. Those things are also easy to collect. The hand was the hard part.
Correct.
So he puts all 7 or 5 items on the slab.
Okay.
Nothing
Nothing happens.
You want to burn it now to see if it, or put it in the bowl and put the fire and everything in it together.
I guess that's our next attempt.
Is the brazier still lit?
Nope, it went out before we went up to the second floor.
Yeah, it was yeah. So
I cast bonfire on it to light it.
and he puts in the other required items. I put in the other required items.
Is anybody down there by the mirror?
I can go down there.
I just got here. Is anything going on with the mirror since he put the stuff in the brazier? But I
Sorry.
see her.
Okay, one thing at a time. You guys put the stuff in the brazier, and then Bastille lit it on fire.
Bonfire to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Because the fire was one of the things that was required for the was one of fire, twig, leaf, pine cone, hand. No, sorry, flat or feather hand.
Okay, so you put the 4 items in the brazier, and you lit it on fire.
Yes.
Okay, just 1 minute.
Notice, Milliken is the only one over there playing with this thing right now. We see how you guys are.
I'm at the mirror seeing if anything happens.
As Bestiola lights the brazier on fire, a silver flame quickly consumes the brazier's contents and continues to burn. This fire generates heat and light equivalent to that of a campfire and cannot be extinguished.
Try pushing the lid of the sarcophagus.
Me an athletics check.
Yeah, something I'm really good at. Where's nowhere?
It budged about a quarter of a centimeter.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Bestiola.
We need some help here, guys.
I just did.
I'm on my way out. And apparently I'm really on my way out.
Say so.
I'm coming out.
Of the closet?
No, I'm still very straight and like Dick very much. Thank you very much. So I'm over here to help push. I guess I gotta roll in athletics.
Better than the bug.
I'm not very athletic.
Ah, about as athletic as the bug.
Bastille, you giving me another? You trying with the grouper?
Sure. I'll do another one. Ooh, slightly better.
Oh, I suppose I can join in for this.
All right. Again, it takes a little bit, probably 15, 20 minutes of pushing and resting and pushing and resting and pushing and resting. But eventually, the sarcophagus lid slides off the sarcophagus. As the lid slides down next to that pillar there, um, you notice a body in the sarcophagus sit up and say, "That was a long rest."
Pull up a fireball, twin it, and just hold them. Or firebolt, I mean.
Who are you?
Under comment, I say, "Who are you?"
I repeat it in every language I know.
Did any of us understand him?
Yeah,
What language
Oh,
did he
we all
speak?
did?
in common.
Then I didn't understand him.
Okay, then in common I say, on common and orc I say, who are you? Who may I have the, who may I have the, not honor, but honor of meeting?
The pleasure.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
My name is Sonar. And you, large being?
I'm Illican. And then I go around and introduce all the others. And I repeat what I say twice and explain why I'm repeating it so Costello can understand what is being spoken. And I interpret what is being said by Anar.
I don't drop the firebolts. I still hold them.
He's our light guy. He's making sure that we can see.
I look at Claudette and under comment I go, "Kill? No kill?"
No kill.
I relax, but I still hold the firebolts.
Um, can any of us determine what type of character this is, or what race?
What? Race, gotcha. Um,
And do I get a vibe off of him if he's a good guy, a bad guy, evil, anything like that?
then again, pop over here. And Finnegan will tell you that this, although this creature is undead, he does not register any evil on this creature.
I asked, since he's undead, if he knows Claudette.
You think all undead know each other?
Okay, if they don't know each other,
Racist.
okay, he may. Hey, you look like somebody I knows. You have the characteristics of your father or whatever. That's
Wow.
You never cease to surprise me, guys.
He will look over at Claudette and say, "No, I do not know any of her kind. The ones that I grew up with looked like them." And point towards Arden and Celestine.
so elves.
And Blue Mountain Orpheus purpose.
I asked if he can tell us about this religious site.
Okay, so that is sidebar from last week. It's not a religious site; it's an elven tomb, which I did let Finnegan know last week as well. But it is a tomb, not a religious site.
So it's a good thing he wasn't here for us to read the tombs. Gotcha.
And for a paladin, for a good paladin, yeah, it very well might have been. Tomb raiding might not have been a great thing for him to be here for.
Ah. Oh snap. Okay, I got a question, guys. It's 4:34. Do we want to take a 30-minute early today, so that Finnegan can be here next week for, the in-depth role play? Because he might have additional information or questions.
I would say, unless you're planning on attacking this guy, he hasn't attacked you, that he may still be alive, or whatever he is, next week.
Do we want to try doing the mirror real quick?
Oh, Do you know anything about the mirror?
The mirror.
Yes, the moon dial down there has a saying on one of on the big moon. Gaze upon your own face and have 7 questions answered.
When the moon, on different nights, as the moon goes through its cycle, certain rooms in the tomb open, and when on a full moon, the one who has been attuned to the mirror can use the mirror to ask questions to once per cycle of the moon.
You said tuned. What do you mean by that?
One has to spend time with the item and attune it to their senses, to their being.
Like attunement with weapons.
As he's saying this, I'm looking at Claudette.
Mm-hmm.
Also, as I'm also Claudette and Bestiola. And I reiterate what he has just been said to Bestiola. Because both of them have appeared to have questions that they need answered. Um, I look around the group. Anyone else have questions at this exact moment? Oh, and I do ask. Okay, I know this may be improper to ask, but Finnegan has said that you are a form of undead. Which form are you?
Baelorn.
Give me clarification on your question real quick.
As Illiken doesn't have a lot of experience with the undead, he doesn't really know how to ask that question. You know, it's like there's vampires, there's zombies, there's.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay.
I was like, yeah, what?
Or would you happen to be a um
Vampire?
no, he's not a vampire. I was
Um,
thinking of the undead under the world.
he will look at you, Ilkin, and say, in life, I was an elf. I'm not sure what you are asking. I died, and at some point, I would imagine that my people put me in this sarcophagus.
I'll be right back. I got a bio.
I got a question for you. What were you while you were alive before they put you in the sarcophagus?
What was your class?
What was your what was your function?
What did you do for a living?
I thought you were doing bio.
All right, so there was like 4 questions right at once, and I lost the first one.
They were all the same question. He's trying to find out what was his class, or was he a hunter,
Yeah.
a priest?
There was some reason why they put him in this specific sarcophagus. So he must have been something.
Of importance.
I'm assuming that there's some importance to him. I want to know what it was.
I was the leader of my people. I was the leader of the Moon Elves for 300 years.
Is this normal to come back from the dead for your people?
He looks at you and kind of shrugs and says, "This is the first time that it's happened to me."
And then he looks and he goes, Do you know of anything of the Ice Woman?
Ice Woman?
I'm having to look up my notes so I can.
The Frost Maiden.
Thank you, Frostmaiden.
Frost Maiden?
How long you been in the sarcophagus? I tell him what the date is now based on what Sky is going to tell me the date is so that he's aware of the date.
Alright, you guys know that it's 1489 DR. He will say that he was buried here in 1376. Is the last year that he remembered being alive.
Yeah, I bet the Frost Maiden wasn't even around then, so I'm going to try to go attune to this mirror.
I'm going to stop her for a second and ask her if she can ask that question for me.
What question did you want me to ask?
I just put it in chat.
Oh. You want me to ask the mirror that, or do you want me to ask the group this?
Ask the mirror that on my behalf.
Okay, will do.
Thank you. And then I'd like to investigate the inside of the sarcophagus.
While the guy's still living, that is really classy.
I am this group's Wehrheis. I will guarantee you that.
Give me an investigation check.
I ask if he is hungry and what he eats. If he eats rations, or is there something that we can actually give him to eat? He has been water, or that he's been asleep for so long.
If, as the young lady suggests, I have been here for over 100 years, I have not eaten in 100 years.
He gives him one of his rations and a jug of water so he can drink.
He takes a ration, starts to put it in his mouth. Spits it out.
Probably tastes like ash. Damn.
Illican apologizes for not having something better, or not knowing what he can eat to be nice. Whoa, what's this?
Did I find anything with my investigation?
Good question.
Something just popped up, so I'm trying to read it. Or is that what Finnegan just hit?
Divine Sense Finnegan hit a while ago.
Okay. I thought he did, but I'm like, is that something that just went up? I try. I try. I said I know that that didn't work, but maybe you can try this blueberry.
Takes the
Thanks,
blueberry
guys.
and uh, takes the blueberry, puts it in his mouth, chews it, and spits it out.
Undead doesn't eat normal food. Out of character.
I meant good berry. You know the berry that I magically make.
Don't think it matters.
He steps back so that if he wanted to get out of the sarcophagus, he could. We have lit the fire if you want to be warmed.
Probably doesn't feel the cold. Undead.
He's trying to be nice, man. Stop killing the good jives here.
Oh, this is all out of character. Because you're probably saying stuff in common, so I don't understand what you're saying.
Ooh, nice.
As he moves, as Illican moves, and this, what you can tell is definitely a mummy. Stretches and puts its legs down and stands up out of the sarcophagus. You notice a staff that is left in the sarcophagus.
I really wish that we had like telekinesis going on with this group right now.
I'm no
I
longer.
grab,
I'm not Verheising this game. I'm not Verheising this game.
I grab the staff. Don't even ask. I just take it.
You're gonna get us killed. You're gonna get us killed.
Um, Mummy will, or Sonar. Yeah, Sonar will say, so are we just staying here, or are we going somewhere?
I tell it to follow, and I go over to the moon, the full moon. I say it in undercommon, so I don't know if it understands me.
Walk over to the fire.
To the fire.
That's what I said. We have a fire built if you to get warm if you like it, so you're able to get out. Because I didn't know we were going over to the moon or doing anything with the moon. Because last he told us is that it had to be full moon. Now we know how to get to work without the full moon, but
Right. Well, that's waiting for us.
no, what she's doing is she's becoming attuned to the mirror. She has to become attuned to the mirror to be able to do anything. And I don't know how long it takes to attune to the mirror. Does anybody here?
The DM does.
The DM is the environment.
Psycho knows.
Psycho knows all.
You would probably know by now that it takes approximately an hour to attune to magical items.
I look up at the moon and try to determine how much time we have left with the moon in the sky before it disappears.
Give me a nature check.
I have to ask, what does the stone of staff of abandonment do?
Look it up in compendium.
Basically just, sorry.
You you can tell that you probably have about 3 hours until the sun starts to crest um, above the skyline before it uh, before it goes back down.
I inform Illigan that there's about 3 hours left we have with the moon, with the mirror, before we
You
have to
would
wait till the next night.
you would know that you've got about 3 hours until the sun starts cresting uh, over the skyline, but it only lasts for about 3 hours and doesn't actually ever get bright. It gets dim at best.
I let Illigan know that we got about 3 hours that we can use the mirror. Then we have to wait till the sun goes back down below the ridge line before we can try a second time.
I tell him that we can win when Claudette is ready. We can try. And and because we're talking, we're around the guy. I just naturally explain what's going on. It's just one of those things.
So, did the thing follow me when I told it to follow, or is it sticking with Illigan?
It is currently sticking with Illican because Illican has been the most
Talkative.
talkative with it, and it did not understand you.
Just clarifying. That's all. Is it okay? I'm gonna go sit by fire until we're ready.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on. I went over to the brazier because the fire's, the magic fire that's really really hot.
No hotter than a
It's
campfire.
as hot as a campfire.
Okay, then over there's no wind.
You're outside over there by the brazier.
That's what I was talking about. Now I see. I'm going over to where you're at, and I invite the mummy with us. Shut up! I'm trying. All right. I got my mind set on playing, so my mind is imagining and enjoying this time. Leave me alone.
So you got your own pet mummy now.
Hey, a pet mummy and a dragon, I'd be good, you know. So is there a way for you to determine what happened to your race that's no longer here? To the elves that are no longer here?
I am not sure where they have gone.
I put a campfire over by Claudette to keep her warm.
And Elkin will just have small talk as best as he can, with his limited vocabulary like mine. Have small talk with the undead. Since nobody else has any other questions, and I can't. What should I do? What do you plan to do now that you're awake?
I have no plans. I was assuming we were leaving. You obviously woke me up for some reason.
Elkin will be honest and say, we did not know. We are investigating the Ice Maiden, and and we tracked her whereabouts to here. And because of the cold that you see around us is not as magical, we are trying to free the surrounding area of this frigid cold. And so the sarcophagus was a part of the investigation, and we did not mean to wake you up in our investigation, but I know you are awake now.
So what you are saying is that Oriel is here.
Who?
Oriel?
The Frostmaiden.
I thought you said you didn't know Oriel or the Frostmaiden.
I didn't know what you were talking about. The you ask about the Frostmaiden. Oriel is a goddess. Goddesses don't live among mortals.
Can you tell us about this Oriel then?
Boy, bay.
I'm going to cast this, not do a ritual cast on it.
Okay.
I'm humming at the mirror.
Enjoying the campfire I gave you?
I look back at you and smile over my shoulder.
Sometimes you stumble on to information when you don't mean to.
I'll tell Illigan to ask him about this goddess.
And
So
I nod that I have.
he
No,
will
get more information.
Let Sky talk.
Sorry.
he will say that Oriel is the merciless goddess of cold and winter, and she is worshipped mostly in regions that are affected by deep winters, such as up here in Icewind Dale. People propitiate Oriel with offerings and prayers for mercy. Her priests warn others to prepare for winter and to stock extra provisions in order to have some to spare as offerings to the goddess. That's pretty much all he can tell you about her based on what he knew inside his life.
So she would be the goddess of Winterfell. Winter is coming.
Who is her counterpart?
Counterpart?
Yes. Like, okay. In human speak, I would say like Ra versus Sai in Egypt. You know.
How about just who is the god or goddess of summer?
Thank you. And he says, yes, that's the question I'm asking. God or goddess? And in response, while you're looking that up, in response to your question of is she here? Uh, from all accounts and purposes, she is here, and her priests are causing trouble, killing and causing ruckus.
I asked Illigan to ask him what kind of powers does she have, and does she have any weaknesses?
I'm documenting that so that I can ask later. I think it's really bad that the guy with the brain injury is the guy trying to come up with fresh questions to get information. I'm just saying.
Why should we know you have a brain injury?
Long story.
I want to say because of his actions, but
When I can't find words, it's, I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't find it.
I thought it was just my womanly wiles causing you to be tongue-tied.
Somebody say
That was
tied.
good.
use the cotton, not the nylon.
Definitely not the silk. That hurts.
Yeah, cuts right into your skin.
Only if it's thin.
And hemp is too rough.
I have no idea. I'm not finding a god of summer. He will say that Lathander is the god of spring. I do not know all of the gods and goddesses across the realms.
Okay.
Maybe by next time we'll be able to find that out.
Okay. Would you like me to post in Discord the questions I have so it gives you until next week to come up with answers for them easily?
Sure.
And just so everybody knows, in case somebody else has a quick question to throw in there.
Actually, it'll get lost in Discord. Do a post
Well, I meant
forum
your
post.
private.
What's that? No. Do a forum post on the game,
I got you.
and that way it'll be up and I can read it, and I can come back to it as much as I need and all that.
And then if somebody else has a question, they can post it as well.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And can you type out this person's name?
It's in chat.
I didn't see it. So if it is,
Way up there. I'm just going to start calling them Britannica. Because they have all the answers.
Take it's too late to say is an hour been up.
You're still humming at the mirror.
I guess that's my answer, huh?
No, that was a question.
I'm just trying to see if I guess I could look at the mirror and go, am I attuned yet?
The mirror will answer, yes, I am yours.
So to the DM and out of character, do you want to do this next week or do you want to do this now?
Next week, because it is 5:06.
Okay, as you wish, DM. I've used one of my 7 questions, so now I only have 6 questions.
Actually, you haven't because the full moon hasn't been out yet.
Yeah, we're not shining the moonlight on
Oh,
the symbol.
true. Never mind. It did not. It did not answer. So yeah,
You got a free question.
you can assume it did not answer, but you can feel a connection to the mirror. Let's put it that way.
Okay, great.
Listen when you look at yourself in the mirror. There's an aura about you.
When you look at yourself in the mirror,
Going.
your hands are to your sides, but inside the mirror, you're picking your nose.
Damn it, I knew I had a fault.
And what's Frostmaiden's name again? Sahir?
Sonar. It's in chat.
No, it was. I was making sure that's what I was seeing. That's why I'm reading it right off it.
Sahnar.
Alright, guys, it's time for me to pack and get ready for next week. I will talk to you later. Sky, did you need me for anything before I log out?
Nopers.
Ciao, Bellows.
Meow
Good
meow.
night.
Bye. Have a great
Bye bye.
See you guys next week.
Good night, all.
Night.